Welcome. My name is Lindsay Humber and I'm the head teacher at Wangels, an exceptional school at the heart of our community where better never stops. When preparing for this evening, I reflected on how I chose my daughter's Aenea's primary school. Here you can see some of the factors that were important to me, and it is for that reason I have planned to speak to you all about these factors today. I want to tell you a little bit about me as the head teacher of Wangels. Having graduated from the University of Bath, I started my teaching career at the Embrook School in 2006 as a business studies teacher. After a few years, I sought a promotion as a head of year in a school in Slough. I spent 9 years in that school, completing many different roles, such as head of sixth form, assistant head, and deputy head teacher responsible for teaching, learning, and curriculum. But when my daughter turned 2, I thought it was time to move to a school closer to home. Spending quality time with my daughter, husband, and dad is really important to me. I was attracted to Wangels' values of pride, resilience, kindness, and respect. They represented the type of school that I wanted to help lead. I joined Wangels as deputy head teacher in January 2018. I have worked with the previous head teacher, Mr. Tom Bartlett, for over 5 years, supporting the strategic direction and the operations of the school. Last year, Wangels embarked on the co-construction of a multi-academy trust with some other local schools. Consequently, Mr. Bartlett, the previous head teacher, his role has changed to lead that piece of work. Last year, I was head of school, leading most of the aspects of the operations of Wangels. This year, well, for the last 5 weeks, I am head teacher. What we do here at Wangels is really good, and I'm proud of the quality of education that we offer our students. I'm established at Wangels. I remain committed to the direction of travel that we've embarked on. I will continue to embed our values, lead an exceptional school, and in keeping with our strapline of better never stops, I will continue to lead the school improvement, making marginal changes to make marginal gains, in the best interest of the students, staff and community. And on that note, I have to say how proud I am to lead such a committed and talented staff body who work tirelessly to support our students. I'm held accountable and supported by very passionate and devoted governors. Wangels is proud to be a comprehensive school, and I am proud to lead a school which believes in an inclusive education for all, for every child to have equal opportunities to succeed. I always talk to students about how trying their best is very important to me as their head teacher, so that all students can achieve their potential. I have very high expectations for all students. If I settle for anything less, then I would not be working in the best interest of your children. I expect all students to live out our values. Whilst all of the values are important, in a world of social media pressures and coming out of the back of COVID, kindness is particularly important to me, being kind to oneself and to others. The other night at bedtime, I tested out this with my own daughter, Aenea. I asked her, "What are the 2 things that Mummy and Daddy want you to do or be like?" She said, "To try my best in school and to be kind." Well, if it is good enough for my own daughter, then it is a message I will continue to share with your children. Lastly, I recognise that a suite of exam grades will not guarantee a fulfilling and successful career for our children. I encourage all students to take part in extracurricular activities, to learn key transferable skills, and to enjoy these activities to look after their own well-being and mental health. It is important to me as head teacher that students know that I recognise their exceptionality and their efforts. I personally reward students with hot chocolates with me, letters home, and head teacher reward badges. I hope that this gives you a little insight into who I am and what I am about, and maybe some of your morals align with mine. Our ethos at Wangels is founded on the values of respect, resilience, kindness and pride. Respect. We want students to respect themselves, others and their environment. Resilience. We want students to try their best and to not give up when something is hard, and instead ask for help and try again, to learn from their mistakes. Kindness, to treat themselves kindly and others, to treat others how you would wish to be treated. And pride, to be proud of their achievements and that of others. We also talk to our students about being Wangels ready, that they are prepared to learn, a positive influence, respectful of their peers and teachers, and responsible and resilient learners. All of this ensures that all students are supported and stretched, and that learning is disruption-free. Wangels is a fabulous melting pot of nationalities, culture, heritage, religion and language, and everyone is welcome here. Over the past few years, we've embedded an equalities policy which educates students about the importance of treating everyone equally. You can see on the slide some examples of us celebrating our diversity, including Chinese New Year, decorating our tutor room doors, Eid with henna art, and our Culture Day, where students were invited to wear something that defined them. We are a school of choice. On this slide, you can see our steady growth in student numbers over the years. We are full with waiting lists in all year groups aside from current Year 11. Year on year, more and more families put us as a first choice. We expect to be full and oversubscribed again next year. Ofsted last visited us in 2018. We are keenly awaiting their call at any moment. You can see here what Ofsted said about us. We remain ambitious and to live out our strapline of better never stops. Not because what we do is not good enough, but because we have the highest expectations for all. We want to continue to improve and evolve. Our parents and our students also endorse our practice. 90% of parents said yes, they would recommend our school to another parent. 87% of students said they would recommend Wangels to a friend. We have a fabulous learning environment thanks to our school being completely rebuilt over a decade ago. Our buildings are modern, spacious and brimming with the best technology. For example, our media room is equipped with a suite of brand new Apple. And we continue to invest and improve our infrastructure and resources. Earlier this year, we built a 3G football pitch and upgraded our netball and tennis courts. In order to support Year 7 students with their transition, we have a designated outside social space for them. Only Year 7 students are able to access this space. You can see it here in red. Now on to academic outcomes, teaching and learning and curriculum. For many of you, this is likely to be a top factor in choosing your child's secondary school. At Wangels, we have a strong track record of students attaining above average GCSE grades. Our students also, compared to their starting points, make above average progress, meaning that we support students to perform better than their target grades that were derived from their Key Stage 2 SATs. In fact, students at Wangels perform a third of a grade higher than their targets expect them to. SEND students achieve in line with their expectations, demonstrating our strong support systems and quality of education and curriculum for all. Nationally, the average grade is somewhere between a grade 4, a standard pass, and a grade 5, strong pass. You can see that at Wangels we are above national average at Attainment 8 score 51.9. You can see in last year's GCSE results that in all performance measures, students at Wangels achieved better than national average. For example, 83% of students achieved an English grade 4 compared to 77% nationally. This is the same at level 5. More students at Wangels also achieved top-end grades of 9 to 7 than the national average. Our strong track record of above average results says a lot about the calibre of our students and the quality of our teaching. Being a comprehensive school, we recognise that not all students may be aiming for the top grades. Not to say they shouldn't aim for these or that they can't. But in speaking with parents, I know many of you will also want to understand how we will support your child, who may not be working at age-related expectations at primary school, or may struggle with their learning. To support these students, we give extra literacy and numeracy catch-up classes in Year 7 and 8. We have a personalised curriculum in Year 9 for these students to continue with their literacy and numeracy tuition instead of learning a language. And this could even continue into GCSE by doing one fewer option subject and instead completing entry-level English, Maths and Science to support their full GCSE. Sixth form may seem a long distance away. I want to share with you that our strong track record of outcomes continues right up to sixth form. As you can see here, 62% of our students last year achieved grades A star to B, allowing them access to study at some of the top universities and apprenticeships in the UK. Our broad and balanced curriculum continues in sixth form with the offer of vocational and BTEC subjects. As you can see here, our students achieved an average grade of distinction, the equivalent of an A grade. Here you can see the team of senior colleagues who are responsible for the quality of education for all of our students. They lead on the way that we teach students, how students learn, what we teach the students, the curriculum, and how we monitor students' learning and report this to you. Clearly, as it's our day jobs, we could talk about the topic of teaching, learning and curriculum forever. In this section, I've tried to outline to you what we do here at Wangels that makes us unique and what contributes to our students achieving the best grades that they can. The Wangels Way is a set of expectations we have for teachers, how we would like all students to be taught at Wangels. One example is where we set bronze, silver and gold challenges in every lesson, where we challenge all students to go for gold and support all students in the lessons to try and achieve it. On this slide you can see some recent feedback from our parent survey about what they think about the quality of our education. One way that we communicate with parents, along with the normal reports, is through the use of best workbooks. This is a separate book that students routinely complete their best work in, for example, an assessed piece of writing, an exam question or similar. This is closely marked by the teacher and feedback is given, what the student has done well and what can be done to improve their work. Students use this feedback to make improvements and to redraft. After that, we send these books home for parents to see the work their child have completed, along with the feedback from their teachers. Students adore their best workbooks. They have a real sense of pride in these books and enjoy the challenge of completing their best work within them, and of course, showing it to their parents and receiving praise from home also. We have a strong curriculum intent, what we want students to learn. More information about our curriculum can be found on our website. It was far too long to share in this presentation. But I've picked out a few key words on the slide which will give you a sense of what we prioritise in our curriculum. We have a curriculum that focuses on the progression of knowledge and skills from primary school and between transition phases to ensure students make optimal progress. In the past few years, we've reviewed and rewritten all of our Key Stage 3 curriculum, what knowledge and skills our students will learn and in what sequence. We have a 3-year Key Stage 3 and a broad and balanced curriculum across all key stages. We personalise the curriculum for those who wish to be challenged with subjects such as psychology, economics and computer science. And for those who need support, for example, we offer beauty, travel and tourism and health and social care in Key Stage 4. Here are examples of some of our curriculum maps and our parent curriculum newsletters that we share and send to parents on a half-termly basis. We know from speaking to parents of secondary-aged children that you want to support your child's learning, but often you don't know what to do or feel more disconnected from this aspect compared to when your child was at primary school. On the curriculum maps, which are found on our website for every subject, for every year group, There is information about the key knowledge and skills your child will learn, how the topic will be assessed, and how you can support their learning through educational visits or recommended reading. Our parents of SEND students say that this helps them support their children as they benefit from overlearning. We also design, distribute and teach using knowledge organisers. These are given to students in every year group for every topic they will learn. They outline the key knowledge, skills and vocabulary that they will learn in that topic. These knowledge organisers help students to learn in the classroom, refer back to key knowledge when revising and support overlearning. I want to briefly outline the subjects that your child will learn if they were to choose Wangels. In Year 7 and 8, all of our students will study all of these subjects, and either French or Spanish. Year 9 is a transition year. The time dedicated to maths and science increases. PE, RS, history, geography and languages stays the same, and then students select 3 out of these options. At Key Stage 4, all students study the core subjects. In science, some students do a double award, leading to 2 GCSEs, while some are entered for single sciences, leading to 3 GCSEs. All students do PE and RS and PSHE, and then they choose 4 optional subjects from a long list of GCSE and vocational courses. Most students are entered for 9 or 10 GCSEs. When your child eventually reaches sixth form, they have a wide range of subjects to choose from, both A-level and vocational. We are now going to move on to the pastoral support we offer here at Wangels. Miss Street, Assistant Head Teacher for Behaviour and Safeguarding, leads the whole of the pastoral team. Our Head of Year supports students through the transition from Year 6 to the end of Year 11. All things being equal, it'll be Mr Pole who'll pick up the class of 2023 when they get to Year 7. Before that, he and other key staff will personally visit every pupil who's allocated a place at Wangels. We have developed excellent relationships and transition systems over the past few years, which ensure we get to know our new intake very well, long before they actually arrive, and more importantly, that they get to know us. You can see we also have a designated trained safeguarding team. As head teacher, it is a priority for me that all students feel safe and secure at Wangels. You can see the feedback on the screen from parents and students that clearly our children feel safe at Wangels. Year 7 students tell us they feel safe because they've been well prepared on the transition day in July, thanks to the summer school that they attended, and a second transition day in September when they were the only students on site. We continue to support Year 7 in their first few weeks by giving them an extended lunch period along with their designated play area. Vulnerable students have an extra transition day and access to the den during social times and other personalised support. Our learning support teams are based in the den and in Reflect. The den is our resource base for any child and all children who need some additional support with their learning. Our SEND coordinator and her teaching assistants, who work alongside teachers supporting students with special needs in lessons or in the den, are all based here. So is our full-time and qualified nurse and health advisor, Sarah Jones. Also based in the den is our full-time mental health and wellbeing advocate, Ros Hayes, who leads and coordinates a team of counsellors. And we have our English as an additional language specialist teacher, Suda Quavain, who assesses individual need and then arranges a personalised plan of EAL provision. Some of our pastoral and safeguarding team are also based in Reflect. Reflect is a place where children who need to spend a bit of time out of lessons to reflect before returning to their learning. They are supported by colleagues to get back on track. And finally, we're going to move on to personal development. Whilst academic outcomes are key, we recognise the importance of every child developing their character, passions and hobbies. Assistant Head Teacher Claire Ward leads and coordinates a wide team of teachers and support staff to ensure that every child has the opportunity to develop as a person. This includes opportunities to develop enterprise and leadership skills, earn personal development goals, and for those who seek challenge through our AAA Gifted and Talented programme. At Wangel, students join in a wide range of extracurricular activities, debating, science, engineering, maths and computing clubs, a wide range of sporting, music, drama and performing arts clubs, as well as the Duke of Edinburgh scheme. We provide timely, personalised and targeted careers advice and work experience, supported by our own independent careers advisor, Rosie Wallace. We have a passionate and thriving student council which puts the student voice in the centre of many of the decisions we make for the school. Students also belong to one of our communities, Wangel's version of a house system. Students participate in events and accrue points for their community. At this point, I want to take you back to the start of tonight's presentation. I hope you agree that I have tried to select variables that may help you decide whether Wangels is the right choice for your child. Thank you for listening. I hope you're able to join us in one of our upcoming open mornings.